Hello.
Hello.
Yours is good.
No, it's not. I don't
My
know.
American is like really low and a bit.
Try your American one.
Okay, so I'm Jessie J. I flew in this morning and my single Bang Bang came
good.
out today.
Pretty good.
That is
Yeah.
Pretty awesome.
That is good.
Pretty good.
That's Jessie J.
Yes. ladies
And then the
gentlemen.
true accent comes out. It's such a disappointment.
Very good. Well, congratulations on your new single,
Thank
Bang
you
Bang.
so much.
And what is it? #1 in the United States right now.
Yeah.
And how many countries? It's like 7 other countries.
Yeah,
is like
it's
number
gone
one?
to #1 in like 12 countries at the moment. Yeah, it's really overwhelming. I haven't really, it hasn't kind of sunk in yet.
Is this your biggest record? I mean, you've had big songs before, but
Yeah, I mean, this has been the most reaction I've had, especially in the US. Obviously, having Ariana Grande and Nicki has super helped me out, and I'm so thankful. I meet them tomorrow for the first time, shooting the video in
so
LA.
you guys you cut your pieces, they cut their pieces,
Yeah,
and
we kind
boom,
of all cut
and
it like
bang,
at
bang.
different times, basically. And Max Martin was like, I want it to almost be like a girl band. I didn't want it to be a feature. I wanted it to be like us three together.
Rocking out together.
Yeah,
Right.
like women don't do that enough anymore. And I just felt like, since like Moulin Rouge, like Lady Marmalade, I used to love that. I wanted to be in my
Lady Marmalade. Sorry.
Lady Marmalade.
I heard a rumor that you guys were going to perform for the MTV VMAs. Is that true?
I've heard it as well. Heard that rumor.
That rumor's out there.
Have they asked you?
Maybe.
You can't not confirm nor deny.
Maybe. I don't know.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jessie J knows how to skirt
All
around.
right, well, let's be clear.
Sometimes.
Let's be clear. The first way I heard of Jessie J, and I'm sure this was late, was because you were the house band. You led the house band at the VMAs.
Yes, I
So they
was.
obviously like her.
Yeah, I had a broken foot. I wasn't rude.
Oh, that's right. You
And
had
Rick
a
Ross
broken-
was just side-eyeing me the whole time, like, what is this girl doing sitting down with a microwave on her leg? And I was just like, baby, I'm a fire. Yeah, it was interesting. But when Beyonce was like, I'm pregnant, and everyone stood up, I was like, woo! I couldn't stand
Go,
up.
girl.
So yeah, you better get a girl.
How'd you break your leg?
I broke my ankle and had to have reconstructive ankle surgery, and I had to have a bone transplant, which is why I couldn't come back to the US. I hadn't had my surgery when I did the VMAs, and I had to go home and have all my bone taken out and someone else's put in. So it's really boring, but they have to connect the bones, have to almost like
Yeah, they have to grow together.
yeah. So I had to wait for that. so I
don't
couldn't
get
fly.
him. He'll get
Yeah.
excited about bone fusion
I have
I know,
talk.
I
someone
keep
else's
saying-
knee. I
Yes,
have
he
Oh,
loves
do
this
you?
talk. He
Yeah.
loves it.
Mine's a German man.
Mine, I don't want to say mine because it's kind of depressing.
Say it.
Who's knee?
Anytime somebody doesn't need their body parts anymore,
Yeah.
it's
It was
kind of
never
It was
good.
never a good ending.
No,
Yeah.
it's so sad. Because people are like, oh, whose is it? And I'm like,
Someone who's not here anymore.
I don't know.
Somebody who didn't need it.
Yeah.
Depressing.
Yeah. Can we talk about the muumuu you're wearing?
The moon.
I mean,
Oh, this.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I wasn't wearing this all day, but I was so cold.
It's
that we
just like a
literally-
blanket. It's like a snuggie.
Yeah,
You're more or
I'm
less wearing a
so
snuggie.
cold. There's so much aircon. I was like, yeah, it's like 30 degrees. Let me just take like batty riders and a boob tube.
She
Meanwhile,
walked in
it's
with-
freezing.
Body riders in a boob tube.
When she walked in, I thought she had a cocktail. I thought she was ready to party.
No,
No.
it's a hot drink. I've been singing and talking. We landed because our flight was delayed yesterday by 7 hours. So we were supposed to land last night. We landed at 11:45 and I started getting ready at 3 a.m. So we literally haven't slept. So I'm just trying to stay healthy and well for the video because ain't nobody got time for that, to be ill.
So you don't drink
Really?
or smoke.
It's casual.
Casual.
No, I drink very rarely, and if I do, everyone would know about it. Which is why I
What
don't
happens?
drink.
What
I
happens?
just get
Loosey-goosey?
really crazy. I'm crazy anyway.
Yes, I've heard.
I don't need that. So yeah, I'll have like a glass of red wine or shot. No.
What
no.
kind of crazy are you though? Like, what is
No,
your
I'm-
crazy? Like you scream
Like
and
I'll
run
enter
around?
a Dutty Wine competition and I shouldn't.
Are you good?
How's your Dutty
You know,
one?
How
it's
is your-
okay. You know, it's okay. I've got long legs, so I can just like kind of squat quite low. But yeah, I do it on stage, and I'm always like, should I? Probably not, but I just do it, and then I'm doing it, and then I've done it.
Now, you're like a pop star. Do you think your audience even knows what the Dutty Wine is?
They have to. They should. Some
Are
of them
you-
do.
do-
No, some of them do. Yeah.
Are you into reggae music?
Yes,
like that?
I love like in the UK, like Bashment.
Yes.
Is huge there. So like growing up, that's all I used to go to is Bashment raves, like Vibes Cartel
Yeah.
and Popcorn. Like I would just go to
Popcorn's got a great album
Yeah.
right now.
Yes.
By the way.
Popcorn.
Popcorn. Yeah,
What did I say?
Popcorn. I didn't want to go there too soon.
You said popcorn, which she
Yeah,
did too.
popcorn.
She has a British accent. It was more acceptable. You like popcorn?
I like popcorn.
It's delicious.
It's
It is.
amazing.
Is
amazing.
Where does is Vibes Cartel one of your favorites?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, he's pretty awesome.
He's good.
So, I mean, you
He's a
know.
Looney Tune. I love that guy.
Yeah, he's crazy.
He used to
Yeah.
call our show. I remember the good old days.
Great guy.
Yeah.
So back to these bashments.
You're down there.
You're at the bashment.
Yeah, I'm at the bashment rave.
You're Dutty Whining.
Yeah.
You have on, you said Bati Riders.
No, I wouldn't wear batty riders. I'd probably wear like leggings, something tight, but not a batty riders. No.
How come? That's too revealing. Too much ass cheek.
No one would notice. It's fine. There'll be enough girls in there that would suit that more.
You don't have a lot to.
No, I'm a legs person.
Legs is your number one asset you bring to the table.
Maybe, I don't know. It's weird when people say that stuff. You know, what do you say?
I don't know.
No, I mean like when
me.
people go,
I would say.
No, people go, what's your best asset? And you're like, isn't that just a bit like self-obsessive?
Like, what do you say?
What do you say? Like my ears. I don't know.
Ebro, what do you say your best trait is? What do the ladies love the most about you?
They wouldn't know that they loved it until they loved it.
Hello,
Let's just
talk
say it like
about
that.
it. My little cousin's in here, you son of a bitch.
Oh, sorry.
Watch your mouth.
My little cousin. So I need Jessie J.
Yes.
So now the collaboration with Nicki Minaj and Ariana Grande was something that what was the guy's name?
Max Martin, yeah.
This was his brainchild.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of spoke to my A&R and was like, I'd love to get Nicki on the track because all of us are on Republic Records in the US. So it feels like teamwork makes the dream work. Like it's so important to like support people that are in your own kind of label and stuff, as well as kind of having fun with artists that you genuinely like listen to.
Ebro, can you imagine? I don't know the kind of diva Jessie J is yet. I don't know what level she's at. I mean, she did have it. Let me say this: when I went out in the lobby, it did look like just like the Brits had taken over 395 Hudson Street. It was like a conference room. There were just 7 people like, and I said blah 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 blah. So she may be sort of high level, and then she's going to be with Ariana Grande, so Scooter will be there. So that whole team's going to be there. Then Nicki's gonna be there. Different level. What advice do you even give her in this kind of situation?
I'm not a diva.
I wouldn't give you any advice other than if everybody just does what they're great at, which it looks like you guys did on that song, and everybody respects, each other's space is a good thing.
What about time? What about respecting each other's time?
Time. Yes.
I'm quite patient.
Well, you just waited for 7 hours.
Yeah.
For your flight.
Yeah.
So good. That was good preparation.
Yeah.
No, I mean you might wait like 5 hours for Nicki.
Because Nicki's
You
makeup
know
might
what?
take.
That's fine.
But this is a big song. 'Cause this song is a really big deal for you. I was looking, by the way, at your list of hits because, us ignorant Americans, we only had, some of your songs crossed over here and some didn't. Ebro, she had 7 singles off of her first album.
Yeah.
And many of them did quite well.
Yeah.
I was going over them with my cousin who lives in Europe, and I have my little chart, and she knew every single record. I'm like, this is like the entire album.
We're late on this.
Yeah, we're super
and how
late.
about Jessie J arguably has one of the best voices in the game, and we're super late on it.
Yeah, your voice is
Thank
crazy.
you. Thanks.
Where's that voice? What's your background? Like it sounds churchy. It sounds.
I sang in church when I was younger, but to be honest with you, I didn't kind of tap into that side of my voice that I loved because I was embarrassed at school. It wasn't something that I kind of felt like people were cool with me doing.
Why?
I don't know.
Because you had done more theatrical stuff first, right?
I
You
did
started
musical
off in
theatre,
musicals, right?
and obviously, like, especially at the Brit School, like, you kind of did your strand. I was in the same year as Adele, so she was in music and I was in musical theatre, and we'd go for the same auditions, but it was kind of like, it was very like, you do what you do, and that's what you do. And at a point when I was about to release, when I was about to do finish my A-levels, I got kind of like into a girl band that was like R&B for an anti-gun and knife campaign, and I also got like a acting role on a TV show that was very kind of unreal and stuff, and I took the campaign to be in a girl band, and that's kind of where it started, where I kind of realised like I don't want to train to audition for the same parts as everyone else. I want to be myself. And that's when I started writing songs and really listening, and I'd always listen to the Lauryn Hills, Kim Burrells and Dorinda Clark, and like that's what I listened to. But obviously singing Annie isn't the same, Yeah. So many riffs you can do on that.
And so you're really into the soulful, churchy vocals.
Yes. So I just started to realise, you know what, I need to just stop catering for other people and just do what I do. And that's when I wrote Big White Room, which is the first song I put online after being signed for 4 years, that kind of, I think people started to see what I did. And then I've just kind of evolved. But this album, I feel like, is probably the most singy album, like the most truest to how I actually sing.
Which is a lot of big churchy, soulful runs and real voice.
Yeah. And I know that some people, aren't into that stuff, but that's what I do. So I just thought, you know what? It's about time. You hit 25. I'm nearly 27 now. I know everyone goes, oh, you're not old, but I've been signed for 10 years, and I'm just like, I need to stop I just need to sing how I like to sing.
But I still, your fear to be yourself and use your voice the way you like to use it, was that because people wanted to just like say, well, you sound black or something like that, and you can't do that?
No, it wasn't so much the fear of being myself. It was just like the growth of understanding of like what I was even able to do. You know, I think you kind of, when you first get signed, I was so young, you kind of go through the cookie cutter way of things, and you go to the certain people and they have their certain way. And I feel like success grants you power in a good way, in the sense that you can go, well, this is how I like to record. Whereas in the beginning, when you're very unknown,
it's dictated
you have to
you.
kind of do how the successful producers do stuff. So I feel like as time's gone on, I've learned that and realised that you kind of have to just go, this is how I do things. It's like if you want to wear Jordans, you don't go to a Crocs shop. You know, so I've just learned where to go and what to do, and that's about.
But do you know of any good Croc shops? Because I really
so
want.
many. I don't know why that was the thing that came.
I
want
to find a pair of Crocs.
Yeah.
Oh, but was there ever a point where you felt it wasn't going to happen for you at all?
100%.
Because I have friends right now who are on labels who have just, and actually singers predominantly, more often than even rappers,
with amazing voices.
Amazing voices, and they just sit there. And it's like they overthink everything about how.
Yep.
So there was a time when you were like, I don't know if this is ever going to happen?
Yeah, I feel like every time I took a step forward, like my foot broke or this happened or da-da-da. I had a stroke when I was 18 just as I got signed, and like it's always kind of, there's been moments where I'm like, oh, but nothing that's ever kind of stopped me. But I felt like, obviously my second album didn't get released in the US, and that was a big knockback for me because it just didn't feel right here, which is fair, and it wasn't my choice. But again, it's frustrating because you want all the fans to grow with you, even if it's not what you feel they might love. But I just feel like where I'm at right now, I'm very appreciative. Like even what's happened today, like I never ever thought I would see my name at the top of the iTunes chart in the US ever. Like, so I'm feeling pretty.
Feeling yourself today?
I feel really like 1% of artists get to release a third album. You know, like only one person can sit at the top, like, for that moment. And so when you have it, you just have to enjoy it and have to appreciate it.
We're thankful that you're sitting with us while you're sitting in that moment. That's pretty cool.
In my blanket.
In your snuggie.
Wearing Crocs.
So
imagine.
Can you? So what happened with? I was reading a little bit about like the illness that led to you having that physical issue.
Yeah.
Are you okay?
Yeah,
like,
I'm fine.
So what?
Yeah, it was called an adolescent migraine. But I suffered a minor stroke when I was 18. I lost the sense in my right side. I was told I'd never walk or sing again. Ha ha. Look at me
Number
now.
one iTunes, bitch.
Yeah, so I just make sure a lot of my life, aside to singing, is promoting charities and stuff to help kids that I still am. Like, I'm still that kid that needed the medicine and stuff. So I shaved my head not last year, the year before, for charity on TV, and I do a lot of charity work, and it's kind of why I do what I do.
I thought you were gonna stay. I thought you were gonna keep it. You look good with it. I thought you was gonna rock it.
Yeah, I liked it. I just got bored. To be honest, and then every time it grew out, I looked like a little baby duck.
A baby duck.
I didn't have enough body to like carry it off. Like, I felt fine, and then I was just like, no, I look like a Q-tip. I've got to move on.
Yeah, Q-tip. So you were also really passionate about supporting anti-bullying campaigns.
Yes, 100%.
Is that something that you went through growing up?
Yeah, I think sadly it's so common now, and I feel like, especially with social media, it's almost become haters. It's like, no, it's mean, and it shouldn't be. I kind of get frustrated at campaigns and stuff, because for me it's not a moment, it's a lifestyle. Like, don't allow bullying to become moments where it's okay and then other times it's not. Like, point blank, it's not cool. And a majority of the time, the bullies need more love than the ones that are being bullied. That's why they bully people. So for me,
that's why I'm starting a pro-bullying campaign. I'm here to support all the bullies, because the bullies are getting bullied.
Yeah,
the bullies are getting bullied. So she's anti-bullying, I'm pro-bullying, and then we'll meet together. You know
the bullies are obviously in a situation where they're learning how to do that somewhere. You know, so it's a very hard cycle to break. However, for me, I just try and empower the people that are being bullied to understand that it's okay, it will get better, you will understand it, it's not going to kill you, and you just have to understand that you're the only person that can bring yourself out of it. No one else can hold your hand. Like, you have to learn how to do that for yourself. So, yeah, not to get too deep.
No,
You're, like,
not at
frowning,
all.
Like, what?
No, not at all. I was just thinking about something else because Ebro asked earlier about you're crazy and what makes you crazy. And one thing that I read that I'm not saying this is an indicator of you're crazy.
I'm pretty crazy.
But it said that you freaked out. I read that you freaked out when you were in the dark on stage at some point. What happened?
Someone asked me about this earlier. This was like 6 years ago. And I did an event called Blackout. Obviously, it was a bit self-explanatory in the title. Do you know what I mean?
You missed the memo.
Meanwhile, there's me turning up like, what is this? I went on stage. I was like, I was going to do a blackout. And then we'll lift the lights so, like, obviously you can see. Because I get claustrophobic. I don't like not being able to see where I can get out. So I'm on stage, meanwhile, like 6-inch heels, like glass on the stage. I was like, okay, it's, it's a little ghetto vibes. I like it. Everyone was this close to my face. Everyone's sweaty and been in the dark. It was weird. And the lights didn't come back on. So they started my music. So I'm just there singing in pitch black. Couldn't see anything. And I just started to panic. And I was holding on. And then the lights kind of, they found the only thing that worked was a projector. So they projected Dell onto my body, so I looked like a computer campaign having a panic attack in this dirty little club in London. Yeah.
Oh, that actually is terrible. That's
I
not
literally
crazy.
was holding on to the DJ booth like, this is the end of me. Like, I'm done.
And you just had a Dell
People
logo.
were like this, like holding up their phones, like on me, and I was like, oh no, this isn't
horrible.
cool. I need to learn how
Jessie
to deal with
J
the dark.
is here. She is a great person, very entertaining too. I didn't know what to expect. I was very surprised to hear that you didn't drink or smoke, because when I hear stories about, just how you perform and how like you party and all these other things, I was like, oh, she's gonna come in drinking and smoking.
I'll be the first person on the dance floor, but I'll be the first person like to get an early night. I honestly, like, I have had so many things in my life that have happened to me that I do not take this for granted. Like, this is my life right here. So I owe it to my fans to be amazing at what I do. Like, so every day I'm trying to teach myself something new, and I really do dedicate my life, like the way I eat, the way I live, the way I look after myself, because I know that one day I could fall ill, and so I make sure that I do my best to be able to do this promo schedule that's ridiculous, like it's crazy, but everyone else does it, so I want to make sure I can.
Well, I can't help but think of, I mean, it may be stupid, but I can't help but think of small British woman, huge, amazing voice. You can't help but like think about Amy Winehouse to a certain degree and think that it's really pleasant to hear you living sort of a completely safe and healthy lifestyle.
Yeah, I think it's so easy to get into that, and I kind of make sure that I feel like I have a responsibility as a young woman in this industry as well, just to, like, it's taken a lot of confidence. Like, I've been in many situations where I've been picked on by artists in a studio going, what, you don't, da, 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 da. And I'm like, nope. And that's me. Like, you're you, I'm me. I'm not trying to be you. I'm not trying to make you be me. And I feel like I owe it to a lot of young kids that don't have that confidence to say no, to go, okay, if she's doing it, I can too, if it's the way they want to live. So for me, I always explain it to people. They go, why don't you drink and stuff? I'm like, I do, but when I'm working, like, it's like David Beckham dipping his feet in acid and then expecting to score a goal. It's not gonna happen.
It's not.
So
Not gonna
Why would you mess with the tool that you need?
This
the
is
most?
like what I give to people as I wouldn't even be here talking about it if I, you know what I mean? So for me, like, I'm just
Focus.
I'm very focused.